cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sleeping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone, dancing under stars while I'm howling at the moon. I was in my sight during the nights I was consumed. Devil on my doorstep, I'm stepping over on head. Force fed the lies they disguise as a pure nest. They say that he's a poet, yes indeed he's here to feed. Greedy ass rappers only rapping for the cheese. They talk about the selling and they talk about police. I talk about the struggle that exists inside of me. Searching for the privacy, they pirates in your speech. Dialing my soul, but they never got the reach. Satisfaction guaranteed, blood in action when I squeeze. The ink is like the bullet and the music's my release. The counterfeit don't count for shit, don't count on it, they clowning it. I don't even bother countering, there's no amount for them. How's it been in Jersey? Are you everything you wanted to be inside the world where they flaunting to astonish you? A rebel like Bartholomew, a nigga with an attitude. Never see the end until I get the W.A. I don't mean to trouble you, cop the rubber goose. Now my brother guzzle goose, no wonder why the trouble loose. No wonder why we under roof that makes me feel alone and prone to hate the lovers who have a happy home. Communicate accordingly, the truth I state is sure to be the breaker at the party. I was tardy to my eulogy. Florists try to water me, forests try to nurture me. The artist that I thought was me, the heart is where I wanna be. Maybe I am Socrates, a human slash anomaly. Moving fast, don't stop the beat, illusions last in poverty. The music shows the guard in me like Curry, there's no guard in me. Regardless, I'm a conquer heat with torture, saw me fall asleep. Set me on the border of insanity and normalcy. Die before you die, that's the only way to live. Forever out the cycle, yo, I'm going for the win. Just a part-time sinner, though the hard times hit ya. Lift yourself up and I'll be right there with ya. The road still grows, I suppose. The road still grows, I suppose. The road still grows, the road still grows, I suppose. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sleeping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sleeping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone where it spouts from. I'm not hoping for an outcome, cause no matter how it comes out, the doubt makes it foul, son. I take it past the limit with no gas or bad intentions. The first shall be last, let him pass, that's the weapon. The gat that don't kill, the blood that won't spill, the blade that don't cut, and the plug that don't spill. The beans snitches get stitches, rats get trapped back inside the lab where your stats are getting mapped. And the map covers all, from the pills to the bills, like a fly on the wall. There's a guy on the star, there's a real cheap suit, and a hole in his pocket, no cheese, no juice. Whether Tupac, Shakur, and Nipsey Hussle, it's a hustle. Get rich or die trying, cause to live is to suffer. We forgot who we are, or at least we don't remember. Or maybe it's the same thing, the BC's the beauty from the cold of September to the heat in the summer, from the hobos in the shelter to elites with the cheddar wealth over riches. It's like the self over bitches, but if everything is one, why is hell for my niggas? They say heaven is a place on earth, and that's true. You gotta go deep to understand the point of view. Every joint is truth, I don't even have to say it. Poetry's a part of me, it's hard for me to slay it, so instead I kill the demons screaming in my ear, teaming up with devils that will leave me in fear. Believe me, I appear human being, but the music lives forever, even if it's never seen. I'm moving in a dream, dealt with losing self-esteem, made some bad choices, now I'm choosing to be me. The road still grows, long as raindrops drop, long as change still comes and the flames still hot. A is for the apple that we ate during the eating. B is for the Bible that we read to find a meaning. C is for the cross that we carry for a reason. D is for the devil, yo, it varies when you see him. E is for the enemy, F is for the friend. G is for the gun, both will kill you in the end. H is for the hatefuls, the one to see you grin. I is for the irate, niggas full of sin. J is for the jester that just wanted to be king. K is for the killers that'll even murder kin. L is for the light shining bright that never dims. M is for the mic, what I recite forever grim. N is for the night, ignite the fire from within. O is for the obstacles, it's possible to win. P is for the push that we need to begin. Q is for the quest, Godspeed, let them in. R is for the rest, y'all sleeping on the best. S is for the sun still beating on my chest. T is for the thoughts that exist in the mind. U is for the undying love that's divine. V is for the victory, the W is wisdom. The X marks the spot, why does God still forgive them? Z is for the zoo-like conditions which we live in. The Alpha plus Omega never bet against division. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sleeping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sipping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Yo, she was working for her daddy in the caddy, selling ash. She said she had to do it, was a student of the class. Susan always losing, no improvement from the past. Moving in and out without a house, without a hand, using any drug just to get her out the sand. Long enough to see the sun before the season freeze her lungs. I see the lady of the evening, reaching for the stars, replaced by scars, never treated. The leader was her soul, where the demons all competed to take her out the game. Hey, yo, her name, I must repeat it. Susan getting bruised and beaten, confused, she's always used to seeking. Bad days and worse nights, my heart breaks, it's her life. Looking to be loved, but the patience never shows. So she settled for the men that could never share the role. The fighting and the arguing, surviving through the hardest swings off the deep end. Lost a life last weekend. Chose Susan as a name, but the real one is nameless. Faceless institution, prostitution for a payment. No big thing until she 9 months in, and decides to kill the twins, carrying within. Her skin stretched wide, her 2 boys inside. But I guess it's all a choice until you look inside the eyes. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sipping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sipping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. Sometimes I feel alone even when I'm in a crowd. Dreaming wide awake, I was sipping on a cloud. The rain came down and the sun came out, shining on the good and the bad in the now. I'm dancing under stars while I'm looking at the moon. I was in my sight during the night, I was consumed. Devil on my doorstep, stepping over horn heads. Force fed the lies they disguise as the pureness. They say that he's a poet, yes indeed, he to feed. Greedy ass rappers only rapping for the cheese. They talk about the selling and they talking to police. I talk about the struggle that exists inside of me.